Oniric. Relating to dreams or dreaming.
Oniric.
Oniric. The oniric chambers treat your nightmares. For some cases of sleeping nights lost in formless terror, of persistent night terrors and lucid dreams, more severe treatments are required. In these somber chambers of red and gold painted glass and In these somber chambers of red and gold painted glass, the worst failings of the heart are treated. An attendant waits to make your details and your payment, asks only that you request the name of the person you wish to treat you. Here you can reduce your nightmares before they get worse. The more you see these treatments, the more expensive they will become. The attendants can only do so much. Well, I mean, seems like I'm fine. Heard renewed majesty, I can ask so a queen cuddles me? I don't know. How's that comforting though? Because this queen from description, kind of a cold bitch. And I can only do it without moments of inspiration. Alright for now. The soulless chambers treat your terror. The skies are full of terrible wonders. All skyfarers see more than they should when they sail the sunless sky. The sound of soft laughter and the occasional sob echo through the stained glass walls of the treatment chambers. An attendant sits guard before the door. I'll just need to ask for the particulars. We will always elevate your fears, but the method is at your discretion. All treatments will lower your terror equally. Huh? Treatment for guilt. Like, I have a gossip that's not related to me anyway. It's just something that I heard. Savage secret is needed to treat loneliness. Personal failing for specimen? Huh. Well, let's try gossip. I want to see how much it's going to reduce. The attendant nods solemnly, so it's now 35. Congratulations, you are the last entry in the journal. He makes a note in a large red leather bound book. Today's journal at any rate. You are being treated for the guilt you harbor. Something more. The attendant holds up a candle before 4 doors of mirrored glass. 4 of our staff are available today. Each has their own speciality. Their names are not yours to know, only their craft. He smiles suddenly, his teeth gleaming like links on a chain. You know yourself best. Who can tend your wounded heart? Whatever you need, you can find behind one of these doors. Apparently our captain doesn't have a good imagination since he only can think up of 4 things. Someone from your past, a very boring individual indeed. Someone who once meant a very great deal, a former crewman. Yeah, a guy who died fighting bees. Let's remember him. Terror fades. That was quite a lot. 25? Yeah. Cool. It's not very easy to acquire, I think. Like, it's not for money, it's for stories and gossip, specimen. Yeah, I don't know. Not reliable way to relieve stress. He's waiting in the shadows of a room laid out like the mess hall of your locomotive. His fingers tremble on the railing. The rancor in his eyes is exactly as you remember. What did you say that day? What did you do? There is no hiding from that gaze. No illusion survives contact with the weight of that loathing. He does not speak once, but somehow terror fallen. Even though it would terrify me. Well, I guess we are done. 6 fuel, 3 supplies, and the cargo. Now we don't have problems with terror. So, Fort Prosper is at northwest of New Winchester. So, somewhere in here. Oh, we could check it out. It's not far. Or is it? There's tunnels upon tunnels. The follows. I guess I'm not going for that. What's that? The inscription on the memorial to the unknown rat is dedicated to those brave Ratus Faber who gave their lives in the early exodus to heaven. Memorial of the unknown rat. Uh-oh. I thought it would crash. It freezed. I can't port? Kind of. Just exists. Well, we are at west. It might be closer to Winchester, it might be further away, who knows. So Bat could found something here. Maybe we can find something again. I don't know. Well, let's check out question mark. Also, we have some money. New Winchester built watchtowers here in a fruitless attempt to deter murders. Cautious driver. Is that? Nah. It's slightly different from the one I crashed into. What is he talking about? Colony of ants. Okay, let's start with the beginning. It's actually the same as any homestead, I think. Yeah. Bring a colony of ants aboard. The phlegmatic researcher of L&S requested a sample of little ears. Alright. A few shovelfuls of dirt into a glass tank and you've thousands of crawlers to bring him. Well, that was easy. Does it take up hold? Nope. I threw up bats, and I think I found this. But it only can find one thing per throw. I wonder if there is something else in the dark. So, if there isn't, that Port Prosper should be further. The clamor of New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as disagreeable uncle. I'm so close to Winchester. Maybe I should go there. Yeah, I mean, now I should sell to take a cheers to hold the balance. Being on someone's side as a merchant is bad for business, usually. Such a narrow port. Here you go. 500 sovereigns, Jesus. Huh. It tipped the scales. I think it wasn't even before. I actually should have helped stovepipes. Otherworldly artifacts. Well, let's try this. I haven't tried that. Savage Secrets. Oh, just... okay. Favor repaid. She leans close before she speaks. Her voice is low and laden with tobacco. She shares what she knows of several motions that have not yet reached the assembly floor. She would make changes to laws that it is helpful to know about in advance. Artifact for 2. It is customary for representatives to bring gifts from their territories. Examples of local craftsmanship, mysterious finds, untangled from the knotty roots of the ridge. The peculiarities are added to the overflowing cabinets in the Ward Griffiths archive. Help yourself. The archives is a jumble, semi-sorted and barely catalogued. The curator, an indifferent man plagued by a phlegmic cough, is happy to loan you an exhibit. He doesn't check it out. There is no talk of returning it. If anything, he's happy to see it gone. Alright. I wonder how much it costs. Doesn't take up hold. Otherworldly artifact. It could never have originated on Earth. Perhaps is the key that will unlock heaven's mysteries, or you could put it on the mantelpiece. Acquire these from Victory Hall, Sweet Jane, or the Heart Catchers. It even tells you where to find it. Like, really? Signal boxes, Star Maddened Explorers. Well, I guess it's helpful. Your train 6? Oh. Alright. Sky Stories in Bohemia Tub. I mean, I could buy something more since should I go for Savage Secret or Artifacts? Let's go for Artifacts. Since I'm not going to tip the scales of balance in any way, I don't need to actually have gratitudes. I'm pretty rich now. Almost fucking crashed. Fortunate Navigator, I can actually get him now. Oh. Pick the lock yourself. The Savage Secrets. 66% chance. I mean, still... I would love to consult with Academic instead. It's a good choice. Wait, what? I don't have 2 villainy? That's not true. Oh, I have not... No, wait. Let's see. Where is it? Possessions? Villainy 4. No, it's Tale of Terror. Somehow lost villainy. Detonate the lock. Well, let's try it out. Oh, great. It's a complex lock, but you've learned a useful secret or two in your time that might help you open it. Amelia's secrets. After an hour... Amelia was the captain, I think? After an hour of delicate work, the lock yields. Inside is a figure clad in woven blue robes. Its face is hidden by a porcelain death mask, but it isn't a corpse. In the mask's eye sockets, brown eyes flick open, blink at you, and frown. Apparently you are not what it expected to see. This is one of the shades of the dead which dwell in the Blue Kingdom, and are strictly prohibited from leaving it. They are also forbidden under any circumstances from speaking. Captain Whitlock stole one of the shades of the dead from the Blue Kingdom, smuggling it out in a box. That box was passed to you. The spirit is that of a young man, short and slightly dumpy. It exhibits the mute solemnity common in the inhabitants of one of the kingdom of the dead. Just shut the door. You will be able to return to this if you choose. Ask the shade who it is, ask what it's doing in the box, ask about the shade's connection to Captain Whitlock. There's so many questions. Even though it's forbidden from speaking. Named. Hesitantly, the shade takes your hand and with one cold finger spells out Jacob on your palm. It gives no second name. You notice a faint discoloration spreading around the shade's neck and shoulders, a mottle of salty white. What's it doing in the box? There must be more comfortable ways to travel. Where the stars can see, the stars decree. The spirit gestures upwards, expansively with both hands. The sky, the stars, then covers the eye sockets of its mask so it cannot see. It doesn't want to see the stars. It doesn't want to see the stars to see it. In places, the shade's skin is hardening to a glistening white crust like salt. The contagion worsens the more you examine it, as if the very act of perceiving it was fueling its spread. So it can be exposed to a light of the stars, I'm guessing. Connection to Captain. Why did she retrieve this shade? This shade. Who was it to her? Whitlock's. Oh, maybe it's a child. Or a husbando. The spirit draws a locket from the underneath its robe. Or brother, who you recognize it. The locket used to belong to Captain Whitlock. Captain Whitlock with a locket? Did she give it to the spirit? Opening the locket, it shows you the miniature painting within. The picture is of two children, a younger boy and older girl, both with dark hair and grey eyes. There is a strong family resemblance. So a brother. The salt contagion now covers most of the shade's substance. Some of its extremites, solid chunks of salt. Limbs? Yeah.
Extremities.
Extremities, okay. Some of its extremities are solid chunks of salt, like a sculptor's most delicate work. Any further encroachment will lead to its destruction. Is it progressing, really? Should I shut the lid? I wonder. Maybe you should. I don't know. Like, usually it shows you some little icon with a stat that changes if it changes anything, but I don't know. What if I do it again? Uh-oh. Okay, it actually changes. Wait, what? No, that's the different thing. The same. Relocate it. It's ask it whether Captain Whitlock rescued it from the domains of the dead. It seems uncertain at the use of the word rescue, but eventually inclines its head to in assent. You ask it if stolen would be a better description, or kidnapped. The shade spreads its hands as if to indicate there is no meaningful difference. The spirit's calcification has progressed too far. Now its salt flesh crumbles as you watch. No. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I should have fucking closed it and talked to him later. I wasn't sure if it actually progressed. I wanted to test it by choosing the same option, but it was a little bit too late. Like, fuck. Well, we'll know for the next time, I guess. Watch the spirit's final dissolution. Its deterioration has progressed too far. The encroaching calcification has reached its core, the end. Within its mask, the shade... Why also the shade hasn't, like, declared to us in any way, like signaled that he's about to die and that I should close the lid? I guess he wanted to die or something. Within its mask, the shade's eyes cloud and dry and harden to globes of salt. Its limbs stiffen. In another heartbeat, the spirit is nothing but a glistening statue. The salt that compromises it cannot bear its own weight. Cracks split across it. Limbs break away, shattering into chunks when they strike the floor. Fingers crumble and snap. Soon all that is left is a mound of white salt. No, at least we have salt. Huh. You have sold the box? What? I haven't sold the box. What are you talking about? Quest? God damn it. Should've just... whatever. We gained terror. And somehow we lost terror before that? Tales of Terror, Uncanny Specimen. Now we don't need it. I wanted to use that to examine the box. But, yeah. Oopsie. Well, why not? Could use some iron specialist. A fond interruption. You won't regret this, Captain. The navigator palms your hand. He is an imperial. People descend from ancient Mongolians and led by the Eagle Khan. Whose technology opened the door to the skies. A passing skyfarer tussles the navigator's hair. For luck, the woman "For luck," the woman says with a grin. The navigator rolls his eyes. She's from my last crew. They thought I bought them brought them luck. I didn't, but I'm still a good hire. Alright. It's a bit expensive to just buy one crew member. I don't know. I think I'm good for now. We need to have money. So then the next upgrade is this. Wait, what? -2 hold? It's not an upgrade then. It's like a battleship, I guess, but what am I going to do? I need hold for trading. Well, fucking these choices suck. There's only one whole upgrade. Hold. This one. So I need to get some cash for that one and buy nothing else. Also -2 crew. Such terrible upgrades. Yeah, I don't know. Have 0. Is that rockets? Some other weapon? +10 armor. Armor means HP or something else? Yeah, we can have cabins. There's butchery. Yeah, not sure if I'm ready for buying anything for now. We could use these money for buying products and selling them instead. Jumble of souls, 70. I bought it for 70. So it's not very profitable to sell them here. Literature, 100. Anything in the city? Oh yeah, flyer. The entertainment district is already covered in advertisements. You post your flyers on top of posters of productions of Odin's house. Odin's horse. And the several... and the revival of the painted youths of Somerset. a merry farce. Whether the public will take notice is anybody's guess, but you've done your job. I bet I did. So, is there any reason I should read about anything here? Yeah, that's just the same political situation, neutral ground, my name nobody knows. Bar. Well, I guess we should get going. Oh yeah, wait, supplies, of course. Back to northwest. Maybe I will be able to find some ammunition along the way. Would have been great. Also, trading will be much faster when I actually know where to go. If anything, it's great that they added auto forward. Like I can press one button and locomotive just goes. And you only changing direction. That's how horses should work in RPGs. That would really help. Alright, that's north of New Winchester, unfortunately, so it can't be Port Prosper. But let's see. Old stones and forgotten ruins lie tumbled across the sky. Ruins clothe the sky, the work of giants. Port Avon. Oh, I lost nightmares, and I think that was because of Newport. Huh. So you're losing terror by discovering new ports. At least new ports. Maybe it's just a port. news. Newport, the crew are eager to see what it has to offer. Nowhere in. Huh, a devil I can recruit. I would love to. Port Avon Dock, Vktory village. Bucolic. Relating to the pleasant aspects of the countryside and country life. Rural, country, rustic. Okay. So it's like you don't need an extra word for describing a village. It's already in the name. A bucolic village nestled within looming pre-human ruins. The dock is little more than a farmyard. Port Avon's inhabitants quickly tire of visitors, but you may be able to find ways to increase your welcome here before you venture into the village proper. Also, I think I needed to visit Avon to recommend architecture from it in LNS port. So that's good. And we have Mr. Menegheri. Maybe he has something new to sell. He's looking for passage. He claims to be useful. He doesn't ask where you're headed. Officers require a sign-on fee. Okay. So he's signaler. I think a vagabond was signaler at the circus. Fails by 6. Academe by 1. The 100 sovereigns. Is he better than vagabond? It's a lot of money. Why not? Accept him. He has very little luggage, a single satchel of books and a folded great coat appear to be his only personal effects. His manner is calm, almost pedantic, as he negotiates his duties and his pay, but you have a sense that he urgently wants to be out of Port Avon. Also, can you talk to your crew members? Wait, what? Disembark? Huh? Behold, a ruin of giants. Gargantuan blocks jigsaw together. Farid? With the moss and whispering with the orchards. A bucolic village nestles among them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. Disembark. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard, scattered with rusty locomotive parts, plating, piping, a shagging motor. with its innards exposed. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. "Welcome to Port Avon," she claims as you disembark. A rich note of scents greets you. Leaves and wood smoke enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. What? Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend here. When you visit in the future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. Is this going to regenerate my welcome? Well, let's start with Port, I guess. The locals are willing to update you on the news. There's not much to share. Were it not for a talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village on the world you left behind. What world I left behind? It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. The villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. To earn rewards... oh yeah, that's just... reports. Preserved like a flying amber. Share gossip. But what can I do? Like, why would I just spend my gossip on them? Yeah, maybe next time. Also, I'm scared that it will like reduce terror as a reward, and I already have 0. Visit Mr. Menagerie. A pile of cages rests, yeah, whatever. Listen to a story. Yeah, the same stuff. Yes, let's listen to a story, even though he doesn't give us anything. Customs changed. Mr. Menagerie gestures to the ruins that loom over the port like the Sphinx outside Thebes. We were in service here long ago. A bargain struck with the old king in the woods. We served at table, procured deliciousness, watched, witnessed, feared. Freedom is better. So he's supposed to be some kind of ancient being that lived here before humans came. He like shares stories. Well, we're done here. There's a bunch of... huh. Okay. Actually not done. We journey to your house of invention near the Ormswold. Ormswold. House of Invention. Not sure. But yeah, there's a bunch of other places I can go here. Except just dock. Village Green. A golden nebula scintillates above Fort Avon's apple trees. Allotments, eel fishers, and steepled church. Here you may, if you choose, immerse yourself in the village's quaint rhythms. The Auroral Sommelier. Someone has grafted brass wheels to the carcass of an old armoire and impaled its top within a gantry, a masked umbrella. A man stands behind it, flesh and finery, the colors of the dawn. Shepherding customers through their sampling of wines. Sweet wines, sour wines, subtle wines, and sinful. Spirits of every vintage, save of course the Hesperidian cinder. He gives a small sad laugh. I know, because I looked. This is the only place with real apples, but even here that cinder eludes me. Beckons you with a gloved hand. Ask him about the Hesperidian cinder. Hesperidine. Hesperidine? A rare vintage of birds of and unseen since London. This merits investigation. Closer, closer, come listen. Come here, come close and listen. You effervescent thing. I have a story. An associate of mine, he once gave me a sip of it. One golden drop to place under my tongue, and my life was changed. A carnivorous pleasure steeps in his voice as he speaks. I went back to the store immediately, of course, but the price was too much. And even eventually the dreams drained away, and now I'm here, serving wine to drunks. His laughter is black and bitter, but the Auroral Sommelier gives you the address nonetheless, just in case. If you decide to risk the same grief, savor it for me. Searching for Hesperidian cinder, the Auroral Sommelier mentioned the Hesperidial cinder, apparently purchasable from an unusual shop in London. I haven't found London so yet. Village Green. The heart of the village, surrounded by orchards of real apple trees that were shipped through the avid horizon as seeds. Relaxing stroll. Let's not do that for now. I feel like it's just going to lower my terror with the cost of welcome nowhere in the ruins. Maybe I should check the ruins first and get some terror. What palace was this? The Cyclopean ruins. What giant king made his home here, and why did he abandoned the vast stores of souls that the locals still quarry from beneath the stones. Perhaps you might risk a furtive excavation of your own. The ruins. Not one of the looming stones is quite square, yet they all slot together immaculately. Can lose a crew, great. What were these ruins before their fall? Even their bones are tall and stately as the finest cathedrals of old France. What purpose did they serve in the past? Plentiful days when their sun still shone? Actions here will wear out your welcome. Nocturnal excavation or enjoy picturesque surroundings. Let's explore. Port Avon's chief exports his souls quarried from the vast stores entombed within the ruins. You'll need assistance, luck, and discretion. The locals would not approve. Yeah, here we go. Quietly does it. Your spades are muffled, your voices are low. 30 hours pass. Hard labor is harder still, when it must be done in silence. Eventually your crew heave on a steel rod, prying a gap between two stones. Something glints within, souls trapped in lenses the size of soup plates and stirring irritably in the light. We got two. Wearing out of welcome, even though we did it quietly, nobody should even know, but sure. I can try it again. Yeah, but I don't have enough hold, so... Nowhere in. Vktory, a tour of Haven, describes Port Avon's single public house as a welcome respite justly famed for its authentic old earth cinder. The locals can be welcoming for a while. You may be able to recruit more crew here. Oh. So if I lost a bunch of men at excavation, I could go here. Two sovereigns. Read a work of speculative fiction. In the book by the fireplace is a shelf of magazines. Each contains a story by the local author, the turbulent fabulist. Made from real apples, appreciate an amount of cinder. Made from real apples from the world you left behind. Careful now, a local warns you, placidly. Speak to a short-sighted cryptozoologist. She perches on a stool in the corner, staring at a map of the Reach. I should have... no. Must have taken a wrong connection at New Winchester. Intercede in a mushroom matter. What? Is this going to be... am I going to spread mushrooms all over the world again? The pub is out of scrumpy. The barman blames a creature. Cross between a mushroom and jellyfish. It sways in its seat at the bar. So every action going to decrease my welcoming here, and I already have it low, I guess. Head upstairs. The Somerset Hunting Club has exclusive rights to the rooms above the pub, as well as its finest brandies. Well, let's talk to cryptozoologist. Tiny figure weighed down by 2 backpacks and a heavy duffel coat, looks through thick glasses at her map and then up at you. Excuse me, I need passage. I don't suppose you could help me? I'm on the trail of unusual beasts. I can pay you for my time. Yeah, sure. On the hunt. Listrom, beams the short-sighted cryptozoologist. She leans in conspiratorically. Then, realizing that she's whispering to one of the inn's wooden beams, leans over to where you actually are. I hear there is a curator who lives there with the people Mr. Penny's. I've always wanted to meet a curator, just safely. Agree to escort short-sighted kindly Stoker guided her the right way and onto yours. Where do I need to go though? What? Oh, Lustrum. Never found it. Well, should I proceed? Feel I'm low on unwelcome. Memories. The taste is so sweet, so appley, so twangingly. What? Twangingly. Breath-catchingly nostalgic that it would be easy to miss the kick. What's a dangerous little beverage? You drink judiciously and only allow yourself one more mug. Every sip reminds you of a world that is lost, somewhere at the far end of the universe. I just spent 2 sovereigns for nothing and also welcome. Great. Guess let's talk to Mushroom Boy. Who does this creature belong to? Blows a man. Uchsia. With rage. Okay, let's check this word, I guess.
Fuchsia.
A shrub with pendulous tubular flowers that are typically of 2 contrasting colors. They are a native to America and a vivid purplish red color like that of the a typical fuchsia flower. Its color? And the plant? It's like something between purple and pink. Bellows a man. Fuchsia. Let's repeat that.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Fuchsia with rage. Who said that? Nobody. The Blemigan, he points at is a grizzled member of its species, most of whom were left behind in the Neath. The fuchsia gentleman roars in fury. Between bellows, the truth emerges. The Blemigan is no one's pet, and far worse, no one will admit responsibility for its stab. The Blemigan is unconcerned with the tumult. It nods its cap and at you with grim respect, then flops a tendril into a mug of stout. It stares bleakly through the window. Okay. Settle its bar tab. This will give you a mascot that raises your iron by 2 and mirrors by 1. I don't have a mascot, right? The scout is not the same. So why not? It's 50. We could afford that. The Blemigan is looking to sign on for one last journey. If you settle its bill, it will join you on your locomotive. Yeah, sure. You are no longer welcome in Port Avon. You may be able to become so again at the dock. Kindred spirits. As the fuchsia gentleman inflates for a particularly prolonged diatribe about ill-mannered captains and their disorderly pets, the Blemigan climbs on the bar top to consider your face. It likes what it sees. With a sound like a shoe being pulled from a swamp, the Blemigan finishes its drink. It clambers up your arm under it reaches your shoulder, from where it directs you to the door. It is experienced in surviving the cold of the heavens and the heat of those too cowardly to traverse them. It respects you. It will serve you well. Alright, have a mushroom on board. It said I'm not longer welcome, but I still can access stuff. Well, not everywhere, I guess. Still can access ruins and dig there. Oh, never mind. What's going to happen if I try? A couple of the Baronier MacDonald boys, what? Are watching the ruins, truncheons in hand. Already received the notes, what the hell? Should I share gossip? Why not? Maybe I will find another quest. Making friends. You make for the Nowhere, the local pub where you can be sure of an audience. Here's bent to overhear your conversation about a London scandal. One resident even buys you a drink, an unquestionable honor. Because there were some unfinished business in the inn. Hunting club. Thick cigar smoke curls through the air, filling this private chamber with the premium-grade fog. Bloated gentlemen in well-worn military uniforms sit at mahogany tables, sipping port. They chanter of the old days and how very much better they were. Also, you can basically mine souls in here. It's like a great place to get for free, which I should remember. Request a membership of the club. The hell are they doing here? Most famous club in old London, home to not just nobles and distinguished soldiers, but ex-ministers, royal courtiers, and other members of high society. Our sort of people. A stout veteran gives you a polite once-over. I suppose we can countenance an application. Of course, membership is not a matter of mere money. No. He directs your attention to the trophies. Most are old and musty. Youth creatures, deer, foxes, and bear, all hunted in the members' now long distant youth. Perhaps if you could help decorate our walls with some impressive local fauna, we can talk matters of first payment and then membership. Of course, we could hunt the beasties ourselves, and we will. By thunder, we will. But the fire is so warm, and there is sport left in the bottle. By port, they mean Port Wayne? Canton Carry Trophy, Chorister Trophy, and Scrive Spinster. Alright. It's a casual quest, basically. Just get a trophy, get it back. Nothing that interesting. Anything else I can do here? I think I haven't tried reading work of speculative fiction. In the book, where the fireplace shows magazines. Whoa! The fabulist's work has been accepted in a number of publications, including Murgatroyd, Miscellany, Hearth and Heaven, and the Seasonal. Is prodigious. Which story catches your eye? The Eyes of Heaven, being a thrilling tale of discovery and danger in a sky heretofore unknown. Bones in the Well, being a macabre tale of one soul's descent into solitude and madness. Okay, this one sounds good. Devil's Confession, being a satirical tale of infernal ambition and mortal folly. The Vacant Throne, being a tale of political inevitability from the perspective of empire. A Corpse at the Window, being a sinister tale of familiar duty and intimate horror. The Parson's Cookpot, being a darkly comic tale of domestic misbehavior and unusual appetites. Bones in the Well. On the third day it rained. The sky was a grey, drizzly circle in the well's mouth, far above. The rubble underfoot darkened, then swam with mud. Perhaps he would drown today. Joseph thought, a slow way to die. He remarked to the skeleton that shared the well with him. Raindrops tip-tapped on its skull. The skeleton was a good listener. Joseph had already shared all his secrets with it. All that is, except one. Now holding onto the last secret seemed pointless. After all, he was likely to drown before dinner time. He cleared his throat. It was I who pushed you, he confessed. Alright, Tale of Terror. So I can get some tales out of here. Well is for terror. What about Eyes of Heaven? Yeah, Sky Story I guess makes sense. They burned the charts of what use were they now. The incorrigible thundered through an empty... I like how to emphasize the word. Usually it would be cursive, but because this whole thing is cursive now, it's not cursive. The incorrigible thundered through an empty, unnamed heaven, blown with the frost wind. Ahead, a new sun blazed the size of a penny through the forward windows. There was a long way to go. Wait, what? Port Avon's first public house stands amidst a nodding copse of apple trees. Inside, brass gleams cosily on the beams. Widow latches, doorknobs, and other fittings retrieved from the first locomotives that carried people here. A great polished wheel hangs on the wall. What am I doing here? I've been reading a book and then this? Could try recruiting someone for a 10 coin, why not? Unwelcome conversation steals. The clientele stare at you playfully. Last orders just closed. The barman grunts. Recruta likely lass or lad. They are young, inquisitive, and sick to the back of teeth of Port Avon. Perhaps they can be encouraged to sign on. the less traditional Port Avon is, the easier this will be. What do I mean by less traditional? How am I going to change that? Am I still losing money? No luck. What's wrong with the youngsters in this place? Have they no drive, no courage, no vinegar? Oh, it was because I was unwelcome, and okay, I was in. Alright, I guess I'm done. And they sell munitions. Fuck. God damn it. I acquired Jumble of Souls. But I have no way to sell them at the moment. I guess we'll have to just continue looking for Fort Prosper, and then I'll maybe be able to just hop in on munitions. They should be available for next 30 days, right? Guess. Oh, what's this? An incident with the Repentant Devil. Your newly acquired Repentant Devil is standing most unrepentantly over a body in the hallway. Oops. Just fucking drank a crewman. Inspect the deceased. You don't recognize him. You haven't seen this person before. One of your crew, but the deceased is no one you know. A stranger on a locomotive. A peculiar luggage you brought on board, says one of the crew when some others have gathered. I wouldn't have thought it would fit in your little bag. First clean up. It won't do to leave the body in the hall. Then your repentant devil can explain himself. He's still got the blood on his cuffs. Learning about the repentant devil, he's killed someone on board of your locomotive. You need to understand why. Have some souls I can spare. And they unlock by 2, so if I just spend some resource I could buy 3 munitions and go to search for Port Prosper. He looks younger than most devils, but he is significantly older. His gaze is blank and yellow, a wall against speculation. He grooms his sideburns artfully and knows how to be tactful with less seasoned members of the crew. Ask him about state of your soul. He smiles blandly. It is not worth much in its present condition, he says plainly. Too flawed. I could cure you for all that, if I had time, and if I cared, and if it were not just as easy to take any of dozen other innocent souls in a better state of repair. If you want it improved, you might, I suppose, try your luck at Carillon. Yeah, yeah, okay. Have I just spent souls? No. Oh wait, it's the same same icon, but it means a flaw. It's not a jumble of souls. Would I even find that? Oh, there was something about my soul here. Your soul, but where are flaws? The more crew dies, counts my crew. Interesting. Your letters of regret are becoming rote. Yeah, I don't know what he means by lows here and where to find that part. Oh! What? Oh, that's level up probably. Ask him about the recently departed. Officers who generate corpses on your locomotive are a liability. Under pursuit. He was a stowaway, explains the devil indifferently. He's been stalking me for more than a month. I thought I'd lost him when I came aboard, then he turned up in my quarters. From the body he has lifted a clicking bag of souls. Perhaps he was sent to bribe me rather than to kill me. He tilts his head to consider the soul collection. Apparently thinks I'm a cheap hire, if so. The devil's gaze reverts to you. I regret to say this is probably not the last time this happens. I may be destined to attract negative attention. 1000 experience. Just for recruiting him, basically. I haven't had any skill checks or haven't given him any item. Secondment, listen to the devil's suggestion. Request for leave at Avid Horizon. He laughs when approached. Oh dear, a little obvious perhaps. His gaze is amused and flickers with intensity. I have an idea that might be beneficial for both of us. I'd like to improve I'd like to improve the lives of the workers at the home office on Avid Horizon. If you don't mind permitting me a little shore leave. The devil will generate new prospects at Avid Horizon if placed on secondment there. Okay. Avid Horizon in Sunless Skies was a cold iceberg island or something like that. I remember it was cold, but I'm not sure about the exact. Maybe it was a gate with statues. Report from Caduceus. Something about bees. I guess that's it. So I think I can talk to them at any time. I just haven't tried it. Yeah. Alright. It's been 3 hours. I was still going to play. Just a little bit later. But let's save and I can only save at ports, I guess. And I'll be going. See you later.